Hi, it's me, Antonio, and I'm coming at you with my first video. You guys ask me to do like makeup videos like all the time. Well, not all the time. You guys ask me a lot to do like makeup tutorials, and here I am, bringing it to you. I did an Instagram poll. I know, right? Me being a beauty influencer. I did an Instagram poll and I asked whether you guys wanted a rainbow look or a bitchy glam look. And y'all hate color, so y'all chose bitchy glam. I love bitchy glam. I was just hoping you guys would pick rainbow. Next time, I'm gonna do a rainbow look. I don't care what anybody else is gonna say. That's what I'm gonna do. And you guys can fight me on this. I couldn't care less. So, what I'm gonna start with is primer. I'm using the Bruna Tavares Aqua Hydra Anti-Pollution Elixir. I know, right? Fancy. It smells so good. Oh, I'm smelling the bottle, but you can smell it through the bottle a little. Like, or at least mine, because I've used it a few times. Oh, it smells so good. Then I just like, you know, it's like one of those dropper bottles, and it's so cute. So I'm just gonna apply some. They say that you can use this for, you know, without makeup or with makeup, and it has such a nice, like, sticky feeling. So it's gonna grip, like, any product that you put on your face next. And that's what you want. That is what you want. I'm gonna let this sink in for a bit, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of a lip balm. And this one is from Tracta. And if you guys don't know, I like to use cruelty-free makeup, which means makeup that wasn't tested on animals. I still haven't transitioned into vegan makeup. I would like to one day. I would like to one day. So now, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Exactly. I'm using the Kenji's Berenice pencil, the one that looks like this. Beauty blogger moment. The one that looks like this. And it's in Claret, but I think it looks really good on me. So I don't need the Iscoret, the darker one. So I'm just gonna fill it in. Oh, yeah. So I filled in my brows, and I think I like a nice, like, bitchy brow. And I like leaving the tips of my brows just a little bit, like, you know, not filled in, so that I don't get, like, those block brows. And I'm also going in with the Kenji's Berenice eyebrow gel. And this one doesn't have any color to it because I don't, sometimes I like to put color in my brow, and when I want my brows to, like, you know, not droop like my eyelashes, R.I.P. my lashes, I prefer to use a brow gel that has no color. Call me what you want, but it's my life. What I like to do is, instead of like going with the brow hairs, I go with the brow hairs for like the tails of my brows, like this, because that's where I need them to go. But when it comes to the front of my brows, I like to go against them, like this, pulling inwards towards my face, so that it looks like extra fluffy. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and I'm gonna be using the Bruna Tavares concealer, the one that looks like this. It's a massive little fucker. I love it. I love that for me. So I'm just gonna, ooh. And a lot comes out of the brush, so I'm just gonna take out a little on the lip to make sure that I don't, like, you know, go crazy. And then I'm just gonna conceal my brows. Okay. And this one's like super thick, and I love that. I think I saw some people compare this to Tarte Shape Tape, so if you're Brazilian and you literally have nothing in your life that's worth living for, you can use that. I'm too lazy to use a brush, so I'm just gonna go in with like a little beauty blender. Not a beauty blender, a beauty sponge. I got these ones from Oceani, I believe. And I'm just gonna lightly go over my brows, like this. And I'm gonna drag it down just a little. And I know I'm using a lot of Bruna Tavares products, but her products are mwah, chef's kiss. Ooh. So I'm going in with the BT Velvet, this one. And this one is in the shade Off-White. And they say you can use these like as a normal eyeshadow. You can use this on your lids, but it's meant to be used on your eyes. And you can use this in your waterline, as an eyeliner, you know, as whatever you want it to be, really. But I like to use this one as an eye primer because I like my eyeshadows to pop. Exactly. I love poppy eyeliners. So now I'm just gonna let this dry a little. Okay, so now that I let it dry just a little, I'm just gonna go in with my ring finger, because this one has the least amount of muscles in your hand, and I'm just gonna go dab, dab, dab. I'm just gonna pat it around my eye area to just move the product around. And I like to go into like my inner corner like that, and I know it looks crazy, but when I like to put product there, it will help stick and it will help pop. And that's what I want. Now that I have that blended, I'm gonna go in with a blending brush. This one's by RK by Kiss. I know these ones are animal hair brushes, but I'm not sure if the company itself is cruelty free, so don't let me know in the comments or wherever I'm posting this if it's cruelty free or not. That way I can make a decision like a good consumer that I am, because you know, life. So since I'm going in with a bitchy glam, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Bon Ton palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Riff. YouTuber things. Riff, if you can see. This one right here. And it's a nice, like, sort of like warm mid-tone brown. So you can just take whatever mid-tone brown that you guys have in your collection, because you don't have to use exactly what I'm using, you know, as the YouTubers always say. And I like to pack some on my brush, top off the excess, and then I like to immediately go in and blend right above where my crease is. So now that I have like a good transition shade, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do next. I have decided I'm going to do a blue look. I haven't done blue in so long. I'm going to be taking this random blue shadow in Azuloy from Kenji's Berenice, but this is really old, so I don't know if it's still available like in this exact same shade, but I'm just taking like a normal, like, sort of not navy blue, but it's a darker blue than what I usually have in my collection. And I'm taking the same brush because I'm too lazy to bring out another one. Simple as that. And I'm just gonna slowly build this up on my outer V. I'm going to go in with a tighter blending brush, one that isn't as fluffy. It's more stiff compared to the other one. This one's from Kenji's Berenice. It's a green blending brush, so it's pretty easy to find. They don't have names for it, but whatever. I'm going in with my custom ColourPop palette that I'm not sure they do these anymore. You know, which unfortunate. And I would show you. And I'm going in with this like light blue shade. Now, the thing about ColourPop shadows is I like to dab into the horror like, you know, like nobody's business. And the thing about that, a lot of kickback. So if you guys don't like kickback, don't know what to tell you. And I'm just gonna, I don't know why I'm smelling it. And now I'm just gonna go into the outer V's, and I'm just gonna slowly blend out the outer edge of the dark blue shadow that we had. Going back into the Born to Run palette, and I'm going into the shade, what the fuck? Weekender. And it's just a very, like, nice little, like, paler shadow. And I'm gonna use this to help blend out the edges even more. Cool. Now that I have that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, and this one's by Hubie Ho's Blending E36. And it's like tiny. It's a tiny little boy. And I'm going in with this black shimmery shade called Jet in the Born to Run palette. I'm gonna take a little on my brush and the excess. Boop. And then I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go here in the outer V, just darken up that shade a bit more. Now that I have that, I'm gonna do a cut crease. And if you guys don't know how to do cut creases, that's your problem, not mine. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Let's see, I need to find a good brush for this. I have a ton of like little brushes. Oh yeah, here. I'm going to go in with the Macrylan B113 Pincel de Precisão. And I believe this is either for eyeliner or just, you know, not what I'm using it for. I'm gonna go back in with a Bete Velvet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the back of my hand as a palette. Just take a little so that I don't have to keep holding the tube. Then I'm gonna take the brush, dip it in it, dab off the excess, and start cutting my crease. So I got this trick from Jack Emery. What you do, start cutting your crease like normal, and then you look down or you look up, you know, just to like see, get that line. That's what we want. That will help you build your shape. Yeah. So now that I have my crease cut, go back in with the black. And I'm just gonna build it up again, bringing it closer to where we cut the crease. I'm gonna go in back with the brush that we used to blend that darker blue, and I'm just gonna go back in with a bit more of that blue. Tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna blend out the corners again. Now that that's done, I'm going to go in with this Curvex 02 brush, and you see it's like, just, it's kind of thin, and I'm going to go in with this shade Radio right here, which is a shimmery blue color, and I think it has like green reflex, which is sexy. And I'm gonna blend in between the black and go in closer to my inner corner. Then I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used for the black. I'm just gonna blend these two together in with the shade Big Sky, which is this beautiful green color. Like, ooh, stunning. And then I'm gonna bring this in all the way into my inner V. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a liner brush. This is a random one that I found in my mom's old collection. It says Korea, and you see it's like tiny. It's a tiny little boy. And then, ooh. Y'all ready? I don't think y'all are ready for this. Actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another BT Velvet from Bruna Tavares. And this is in the shade yellow. I know, right? Isn't this stunning? I'm just gonna take a bit in the, oh shit. I'm gonna take a bit in the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna slowly, like, dip it inside. Let's get close and intimate with each other for a second here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut the crease again! And you see, ooh! Look at that. Oh, wow. Stunning. Boom! You see that? Oh, girl. Y'all Y'all, my mind. This noggin, magnifique. Très magnifique. So good. Oh, lordy. Do you see how good that looks? Like, ooh. Yes, come through. Come through. I'm gonna start with the rest of my face. I'm just gonna leave this here for a second, you know? I'm gonna go in with the Dylos Base de Ultra Cobertura Match. And what shade am I in? There we go. I'm in the shade 10, Marron Claro. Like light brown. Which I mean doesn't make sense to me. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in. I like darkness, I are find. I dropped it on my pants. And all my pants are in my leg because I'm wearing shorts. You can't see it, but I am. And now I'm just gonna my forehead. Gotta make sure that I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Here. And on my chin. Now, I'm so excited. I'm going to take this sponge. And you can see like the texture. It's a microfiber sponge. I know, right? Juno & Co. Like, who are you? Don't know her. I got this. And I love the shape. It has like two like flat edges. And then it has like this. Which I'm going to show you what I'm going to use it for later. And I'm going to go dabbing my face. Don't be afraid to get aggressive. If you have sensitive skin, I would maybe avoid this because it has like a slight scent to it. And I know that fragrance can be very irritating for like sensitive skin peoples. I like to beat my face, like literally. Like you see that. Now that I'm done with the foundation, I'm going to go in with my Natura Aquarela concealer. And this one is in the shade, and I'm blind again. I think it's like medium 22, médio 22. So yeah. And I like to do it like this. I like to paint my face like that. Now, I'm gonna just do the Jackie Aina trick where I just let it sit for a while just to get that extra bit of coverage. I'm gonna take the cleaner side of my sponge because, yeah. Sorry, text messages. And I'm just gonna go blending. Get in laser, we're going blending. Just using the other side to like blend it out a bit more. And you see like, oh, wow, hi. Sorry, yes, my skin, stunning. Love to see it. I'm gonna go in my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Powder, I believe it's called. And this one is in the shade Butter. Because I think the banana powder was a bit too close to my skin tone and I like a little brightening effect. So I'm taking the same sponge, the dry sponge, that I used to blend out my concealer. And I'm going to take a clean side. I'm going to dab it into the container. And I'm going to take the excess off my hand like that. Now, again, sensitive skin people, I would probably avoid this powder. Not because I hate Riri, not because I hate the powder, but because it's very, very fragrant. You can smell the powder from across the galaxy. But if you don't mind fragrance, or if your skin is like whatever with fragrant things, go for it, because it's great. I love it. Now, I'm gonna go in with this Lilt brush. It came in a little brush pack, which is so cute. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Summertime Wine. It's a beautiful color. Let me show you. See, I've used it, and it's like such a nice like wine color. I'm gonna go in my brush. Tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna start applying. I'm gonna take in a bit more, just put it on the tip of my nose. I've been filming for an hour. Disgusting. And I love a blush look on my nose. Like, ooh, yum. I'm gonna take a bigger lilt brush, and I'm gonna go back in with my powder. Just take a bit. Ooh. And by a bit, I mean way too much. Oops. Tap off the excess right here into the cap. Oh shit. Sorry. I think that's just too funny for me. Okay. Now I'm just gonna slowly but surely just powder the rest of my face. Ooh, powder. Oh, I love Fenty. Yum. Okay. I got fucking powder everywhere. Oops. Now I'm gonna go in with my Dylos, ultra compact powder, and this is in the shade D7 medium. And I'm just using this to get a little extra coverage. I'm going to go in with the same brush that I used to set the rest of my face. I'm just gonna go over some areas like that. Now I'm going to take a, I would say medium small size brush, and I'm going to go in for bronzer. And I'm using the shade Choco Dream from Bruna Tavares. And I believe this is a blush, but it gives like a nice little contoured shade to your face, which I love. It doesn't have a smell. If anything, it just smells like a normal powder. Tap off the excess. And then I like to start from the outer edges, blending down. And I like to go underneath my blush just a little. And I use this to help give myself some shape and definition. Now I'm going to go in with this RK by Kiss large eyeshadow brush. I'm going to go in with that contour shade. Tap off the excess. Again and again. And what I'm going to do, another Jackie Aina trick, is to help give my nose some more definition. I'm just going to slowly go in like this, brushing upwards into my brow. And this will help give it some shape and definition. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give myself a button nose by putting some contour, or in this case, my bronzer, around the ball of my nose. Like that. You see? And it gives yourself a little button nose. And I love that for me. Next, I'm going to go in with this. Shit. My hands are full of foundation. I'm going to go in with this setting powder, setting spray. And I'm going to spray my sponge. And I'm just going to go over my face again, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not too powdery. And I'm also going underneath my eyes for this as well. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little pencil brush, and just to help tighten this look, I'm going to go in with this reddish shade. Yeah, maybe not. Yes, I'm going to go in with this red shade, just to bring in some extra color. And I'm going to blend this right where the dark blue meets my outer V. Now I'm going to go in with the lighter blue shade that I showed you earlier. And I'm just going to blend this with that purple. And I'm going to go in with my Super Shock Cheek highlighter from ColourPop in the shade Hippo. I love hippos. Hippos are so cute. Have you ever seen a baby hippo? If you haven't, Google it. You're welcome. I'm gonna take it with my finger because I think that's just the easiest thing to do. And I'm just gonna, oh, you see that? Yes. I'm just gonna go around go in a C shape like this. Take it down to the brow bone. And you see that like shine. Ooh, yum. Delicious. I've been filming for an hour now. Now I'm gonna take a bit on the tip of my nose. Like so. The bridge right here. Cupid's bow. Now, I'm gonna go back in with my little pencil brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Hippo. And I'm gonna highlight my inner corner. Beautiful. I'm gonna take my, this is the old this is the old packaging, and this is a cream gel eyeliner in Bruja, which is a brown color. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line my upper waterline. Since I'm not doing eyeliner, I'm gonna use this to like help make my lashes look thicker. I'm gonna take my RK by Kiss Perfect Precision eyeliner, and this is the white color. And be careful, it smells like ass. And then, actually, I'm gonna warm it up just a little bit on the back of my hand. And when it's warm, I'm gonna slowly go into my bottom lash line. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on some mascara. I'm gonna use the Alongamento Mascara Prova d'Agua, waterproof, from KGC Bare Nice. Now I'm gonna put on some mascara. Now that that's done, what I'm going to do next, I'm gonna take this brown, it's literally called Mahon, like brown lip liner from Tracta, and I'm gonna line my lips. And you see it adds like a little shade, a little color to my lips. Then I'm gonna take this King's Berenice Matches Especial in Nujabali. It's a little bit lipstick. Liquid lipstick. I'm going to go change so I can look cuter for all of y'all. And I'll be right back. And I'm back. I put on a cute little jacket. I'm not gonna put like a shirt underneath because I think it like looks so good. And let's get you closer. As you can see, this is what I look like. Ignore that. It happens all the time. Ooh, beautiful. And I'm still not sure if I should put on a gloss or not. I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. And that's my bird. And I'll talk to you guys later.